this is Leanne. Welcome back to Love, Laugh, and Lose Weight. This week we're in Guanajuato, Mexico. We're going to learn all about Pepila, a famous historical figure in Guanajuato in history. We're also going to learn and discover what the favorite tool is of people who live in Guanajuato. And we're going to learn what to do if you ever accidentally find yourself with a bag of Fritos in Mexico. So stay tuned for all the excitement. So I'm trying to find El Pepila by a different route. I don't know if I'll succeed, but here's another view. There's the route I'm going up, but by the way, little known fact, Fritos in Mexico don't taste the same as they do in Canada. Just letting you know. Okay, I've decided to have mercy. I'm going to tell you the story of Pepila. I've learned the story of Pepila, and it's a good story, worthy of a statue if ever a story was. So grab your favorite beverage, have a seat, and get ready, because here's the story, and it's a good one. While telling the story, I may as well show the statue. You see how he has that torch up there? Oh boy, is that ever relevant. So what happened was, many years ago, in the days of yore, the Spanish came over, and the Spanish were not nice. The Spanish loved their Jesuses, they loved their gods, they built lots of churches, but they were not nice to the local indigenous people who they still call themselves Indians. So there was one priest, his name was Hidalgo. He was a good guy. Hidalgo was a good guy, and Hidalgo at one point told the indigenous Mexicans, you're not being treated like brothers, and yet the Bible says treat everybody like brothers. So he started telling the local people, we need to stop the other Spaniards. Now Hidalgo was a Spaniard too, but he was a good one. Everybody loves him. So he's told them, we need to stop the Spaniards from being bad. And at one point, there was like a fortress. They used to shoot people out the little gun windows. And the indigenous Indian Mexicans, all they could do was fight back with like bayonets and knives. Well, that didn't do any good. They couldn't even get to the fortress. So one day, our friend Hidalgo, who was the good priest, said, okay, everybody, bring me a very heavy stone, several big stones, big ones like a slab, and bring me a torch. So they brought it. And he said, I'm going to wear this stone up to the fortress and light the fortress on fire with the torch. Because, of course, they didn't have guns, so they couldn't fight back. Well, the indigenous Indians said, no, you cannot do that. You're too weak, you're not strong enough, we need somebody strong. They looked around, and there was Pepila, 6 inches taller than everybody else. He was an Indian too, but he was a big one, he was strong, he was full of brawn. And everybody chanted, Pepila, Pepila. So Pepila agreed to do the deed. He put the stone on his back, one big slab, and then he put another one on his head, and he walked backwards to this building, which was like a fortress. Lit the fortress on fire, and it was a successful mission. He never had any mortal wounds with the guns, because he was carrying big slabs of stone to cover his back and head, and he was walking backwards. But unfortunately, many bullets did hit him. They hit him in the legs and the arms that were exposed. They weren't immediately mortal, but by the end of the day, Pepila did die from lack of blood. He lost a lot of blood and he died, but meanwhile, he was successful at burning down the bad Spaniards' fort. And for that reason, they've immortalized him and built a statue. And furthermore, now this isn't a whole lot related to Pepila, but if you're ever in Mexico, I suggest you not buy any Fritos, ever, unless you just love disappointment. Now, if you love disappointment, get your Fritos. Otherwise, don't bother. The end. I just wanted to tell you what you do. This is a how-to video. What you do if you're ever in Mexico and you, by mistake, because you would never do this on purpose. This is not a thing that would ever be done on purpose, not after watching my videos. By mistake, you buy a bag that looks like this. Okay? Do you see it? You see it? It says Fritos. Now, if you accidentally buy this, you see, and then you open it up, and you're really excited because it looks just like a Frito. See how it looks just, it's not. It's a fake. And it's very salty, and it's not worth the calories, the fat grams of salt, or any other thing. So what you do when if you accidentally find yourself having bought one of these, let me show you what you do. Now I'm going to run down there because I don't want you to have to watch too long. What you do is, now do you see them? You see the Fritos? Here's what you do with the Fritos. What you do, well, you can see them. So what you do is you just see, you find the nearest trash. You put them right in there. Put them right in there because that's where they belong. If you enjoyed this week's episode of Love, Laugh, and Lose Weight with Leanne, your host, and I hope you learned some things about Guanajuato and history and had some fun along the way. That's the most important thing. Don't forget that our main mission is losing weight. I might joke and laugh, but I'm still very serious about my weight loss. So I hope you are too, because this community needs to work together at that. Meanwhile, I love you, I'm laughing with you, and I will see you next week.